If you're using n8n for building automations and you want to add web scraping to your workflows, then you can either use an API such as Zerpa, which is credit-based, or Firecrawl, which is another subscription. So these APIs help you to crawl content from web pages. You can get the links, images, take screenshots, and so forth. But there's also an alternative, which is Crawl4AI. And the really good thing is that you can self-host it, which means it's kind of free. Of course, you have to pay for the resources, but you don't have another subscription where you have to either buy credits or pay monthly for using their service. And in this video, I will explain you step by step how you can set up Crawl4AI on your virtual private server so that you can also use it directly in your n8n workflows. And for that, I am using Hostinger, so I just bought this package here with a completely fresh instance. The only thing I installed is the n8n 100 workflows image, but apart from that, it's completely fresh. So we will start from scratch. Nothing is added here, no credential, which means if you're also using Hostinger for hosting, then most likely you can follow this tutorial step by step. And by the end of this video, you will have Crawl4AI running and you will be also able to crawl pages without paying for another API. So before we will start, I will show you two ways how to do that. The first way is to do it via the terminal. So in case you're not using Hostinger, then you can most likely also do it in the same way. As long as you have access to your terminal, it might be possible that you have to set up an SSH key. But once you've done that, then you can also follow this tutorial. And with that, I would say we can start. And the first step is to head over to your Hostinger dashboard and then go to terminal. So we need to be able to check what's also inside our virtual private server. So if we just list the files, then most likely we will see nothing. But if we go one directory back and then do it again, then we have the folder Docker. And if we go into this folder, then we can see that we have n8n. And if we go into the n8n folder and then check what it's inside, then we have our Docker compose file. So if we have a look into it with the concatenate command, so cat as a command, and then we need to type the correct file name, which is docker compose YAML. And then we can see if you're using Hostinger for hosting n8n, then you have traffic. And so the first service, then we have also n8n. We have persistent volumes. So the data is also stored in n8n underscore data, which also means in case you break something, you won't lose any workflows. But that does not mean we don't want to create a backup. So whenever I do something like that, I always create a backup. So we will use a copy command and then we will copy the docker compose YAML file. In case we do something wrong, then we can easily go back, copy the content, paste it, and then we will have still a running n8n instance, and we will copy it to the file docker compose YAML and then just call it backup. Of course, I have to type it correctly. And now check if it worked. So we have two files. And now we want to update the docker compose because we need to add another service, which is in this case Crawl4AI. So we need to pull the image. And what's more important, we also need to set up a shared network. Otherwise, the services which we have here, so traffic, n8n, and also then Crawl4AI, they won't be able to communicate with each other. And we don't want to open any port because this would be less secure. And instead, we just want to have an internal network so that they can communicate with each other. And that might sound complex, but it's actually just a few lines of code, or in other words, configuration, because it's not coding. So that means we need to go into the editing mode, and for that we can use nano and then use the docker compose file. So now we are in the file and we have our cursor and we can change the configuration. And the first step is to add the network. So we will go to the bottom and then make some space for that, networks. And then we need to add the networks, which is the networks colon, and then internal colon, and then driver, which would be rich. So we will map it on the name internal. Then we need to also attach our services to it. So let's do it first with n8n. So we can just enter networks and then go to the next line, and then it's internal. And we do also the same for our traffic. So we go to the top, then right under volume, networks, colon, internal. So we have now the network in case I didn't do anything wrong, but we also need the new service, which is Crawl4AI. And for that, I have already the commands we need, but in case you're interested, you can check out the documentation for self-hosting. So it's really well documented here. And there are also other tips on how to directly use a API key for a large language model in case you want to not only scrape content, but also send it directly to a large language model in case to speed up the web scraping process or to make it more smart. But for this video, we will keep it quite simple. And for that, we will go back to the terminal and we need the service, which is Crawl4AI. So that's the name of the service. And then we need also image. And for that, we will use the latest, which is this one. So unclecode / Crawl4AI :latest. So we will type it here and it starts with unclecode, is correct. Crawl4AI :latest. Then we want to add restart to always. That means in case something crashes, then it will restart automatically. And then we need also to allocate some resource because Crawl4AI is using in the background Chromium, which needs at least a little bit of resources. And in case you have more resource on your VPS, then you can also allocate more. But 2 GB should be fine for now. And then we need also to set the max concurrent task, which we can just set with environment. And then we need a dash. And the text is max concurrent task equal to 5. In case you want to increase it, then you can also do that, but just keep in mind that will also consume more resources. And the most important part, we need to attach it to the network because if we don't do it, then the service Crawl4AI won't be able, or vice versa, n8n won't be able to communicate with Crawl4AI. We will add the networks and then internal. And let's do a quick check. So we have traffic and it's attached to the network. Then let's check the n8n service. Here we do have the same. It's also networks, no typo, attached to internal, Crawl4AI. The image is unclecode / Crawl4AI latest. We will restart it in case it crashes. We have resources, environment variables are set, and we have the network, and it's also defined here. So if we save that, and the next step is to pull the image, and for that we will use docker compose and then pull, and for that we will use Crawl4AI, so the service name, and now it's pulling the image and we have to wait a little bit. So the image has been pulled and now we can also compose it again. So docker compose up -d because we don't want to see the logs. And now we can see we have our network, we have our container for traffic, Crawl4AI, and also n8n. You can also check if all of them are running. So if we scroll down, all of that looks good. And that is actually the setup you have to do. And we did everything in the terminal. But as I said in the beginning, if you're using Hostinger, then you can also do it via the front end. And for that, you need to go to the overview and then go to Docker Manager. And as you can see, now we have 3 containers running. And in case you want to edit the YAML configuration directly here, because I can understand if you're not used to it, then that might be quite complex, but you can also go to Docker Manager, compose, and then the project is n8n. So that's actually the folder that we also navigated. And then you have the YAML editor. So you can simply update the content here. So that's what we added, the network, Crawl4AI service. And then the only thing you have to do is to click on deploy, wait a few seconds, and then you should be also able to use Crawl4AI in n8n. And with that, we can test it in a new workflow. So I will create a new workflow. Then add the HTTP node. Method is post. And then we need also the endpoint, which I have in my clipboard. So it's the crawl endpoint. And let's start with something really basic, which is just crawling the content. So we need to send the body. And for that, I will use JSON and then paste it. And I will just use my own website. So marvomatic.com. And now if we click on it, then it should work. And perfect, it worked. So we didn't do anything wrong. And that's it actually regarding how to deploy also Crawl4AI next to your n8n instance. And to give you a quick example on what you can do with Crawl4AI. So I have like tested quite a few things, and if we execute it, it's also running on another VPS that is also on Hostinger. And as you can see, you can also add here, for instance, a crawler config. So in case I want to add some modifications like remove overlay elements. So if there's like a pop-up element or something, then you can also remove it. Another example, which is quite interesting, is if we compare the output here. So it's my website and we have also the cookie banner, but you can also get rid of that with Crawl4AI. And for that, you can also use a crawler config and then exclude specific text. So as an example, a lot of cookie banners are on the bottom of the page or also just an overlay. And in case you want to get rid of it, then you can add here this specific crawler config, and it's also well documented in the documentation from Crawl4AI. And here's an example. So this is how it looks like without my cookie banner. And here's another example. So I was just testing around because we have HTML, fit HTML, and cleaned HTML. So in case you want to customize Crawl4AI for your specific web scraping needs, then you can definitely do it, which is in my opinion also a really good advantage compared to Zerpa, because here you cannot configure a lot of things. You can simply scrape the content and that's it. And the last thing I want to mention is my community. So in case you want to learn more about n8n and how to also use it for search engine optimization, then you're highly welcome to join the community, where I regularly share a lot of different templates that I use for my own websites for content optimization, reporting, data analysis, indexing, scraping, SERP analysis. So there are a lot of templates. And of course, also beginner-friendly content, such as how to create specific credentials, and also the same what you also saw right here, how to set up Hostinger, n8n, and also Crawl4AI. And with that, thanks for watching, and we will hear each other in the next video.